San Francisco votes to allow police to deploy robots that can kill you. Like, you can't even make this crap up. Like, oh my god. City supervisors in San Francisco on Tuesday voted to give police the ability to deploy potentially lethal, remote controlled robots in emergency situations. The move would allow officers to use ground based robots to carry out deadly force when risk of loss of life to members of the public or officers is imminent and officers cannot subdue the threat after using alternative force options or de escalation tactics. The San Francisco Board of Supervisors voted 8 to 3 in favor of the highly debated policy. None of the police robots in San Francisco will have firearms attached, but they could be able to carry out deadly force in extreme situations, according to Supervisor Raphael Mandelman. So, under this policy, SFPD is authorized to use these robots to carry out deadly force in extremely limited situations when risk to loss of life to members of the public or officers is imminent and outweighs any other force option available, he wrote on Twitter. Like, here's the thing. I understand potentially the reasoning why you might want to use this instead of potentially like risking the life of your own person, like of your own officers. At the same time, this is basically the first steps to basically a generation that is going to be ruled by, well, basically be living in a world similar to that of the Terminator movies, right? With Arnold basically saying, "Well, I'll be back," after he basically ends up just destroying a bunch of robots that want to kill everyone. It's like, do people not really understand where this road may lead? Because you have to keep in mind that AI is kind of a thing, and if they start putting AI into these remote controlled robots, that probably ain't gonna be a good thing. So Manaman threw his support behind the policy and its reasonable restrictions, but others, including three city supervisors, have been vocal about how they feel the policy puts the community at risk. Beyond disappointed that the board seems poised to allow SFPD to use weaponized robots to use force against human beings. Only four of us clearly against. Short sighted, dangerous, sad. The spirit of the SF I have always admired is weeping today, Supervisor Hillary Ronan said. Board President Shaman Wallen, who voted against the proposal, said he wasn't anti police but pro people of color. Well, okay, that's kind of like weird because what does people of color have anything to do against basically humans against machines? I'm basically, I don't know, pro human, anti-machine. Like, I don't know about you, but I'd rather be arrested by a cop than, I don't know, facing a robot that might end up just offing me. I don't know. Crazy thought. We continuously are being asked to do things in the name of increasing weaponry and opportunities for negative interaction between the police department and people of color. He said, "This is just one of those things." Supervisor Connie Chan says she understood the concerns over use of force, but according to state law, we are required to approve the use of these equipment. So here we are, and it's definitely not an easy discussion. The proposal was amended Tuesday to specify that officers could only utilize the robots after trying alternative force or de escalation tactics. The department will also limit how many high ranking officers will have the authorization to use the robots as a deadly force option. Like, here's the thing that people, again, don't understand. They basically already opened the door to the path of basically being policed by robots, right? Now, that might be a few years down the road, hopefully, I don't know, a few decades, but The door has been opened to be policed by robots, which is an extremely scary situation. So, San Francisco's police department currently has a dozen ground robots that are used to assess bombs or provide eyes in low visibility situations. The department acquired the robots between 2010 and 2017 and have never been used to deliver an explosive device, according to officials. A state law that went into effect this year now requires police departments to inventory military grade equipment like the robots and seek approval for their use. The measure must pass a second vote at a meeting next week and be approved by the mayor before becoming a city law. What's crazy is that this may very well pass, right? And again, feel free to give your thoughts if you stumble upon this. But one thing for sure, if this does get passed, chip manufacturers, robotics companies are probably going to do very, very well. Because if you start basically getting government contracts to design robots that could like deal out lethal force and also be used to police the masses, yeah, that's probably going to be an extremely profitable business by supplying all the parts, all the chips, all the things that you need to actually build these robots and actually maybe even the AI for these robots when they eventually get AI. You know, that's basically where we're going to go down. It kind of seems like the road is going to get to a point where everything is going to be relied on robots and AI. So there's going to be a lot of people probably losing their jobs, a lot of people that want to make money not really able to make money anymore. It's going to be a pretty dark future for a lot of people. Let's see. Aggressives showing their true colors. San Francisco PD has a dozen robots that can differentiate the privileged like Paul Pelosi from the regular folk. Excellent. These should be used especially for domestic violence calls. They're extremely dangerous for the responding officers, who are quite often killed. This will solve the crime problem in San Fran. I heard you can even order special robots that can deal with the homeless. I'm sure the robots will be called racist, just like the regular cops. I see a lawsuit down the road. Hope they tested them better than self driving cars. Can't wait for the first oops. Crazy. Feel free to give your thoughts on this. If you want to learn how to get out of debt, go to 14bucks.com or go down below. Subscribe and feel free to give your own thoughts about this because we provide pretty much daily news commentary.